Hello, welcome to the Heart's Frontier. I'm Kate, and if you are new, then welcome. It's nice to have you here. And if you're returning, then welcome back. I'm so happy that you're back watching. I decided that today I'm going to do a channeled message. I'm hoping to keep it brief, but I say that a lot, and I have a lot to say, so who knows? So I'm just going to pull, I've just been pulling some cards here for, pile 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna see what the message really is, what the theme is, I guess, for this reading. And there's a few things that have been going on in the collective energy lately. One of the things I'm feeling is and hearing like from multiple people really is avoiding admitting what we already know, if that makes sense. It sounds a little paradoxical, but like avoiding sitting with the truth of things that we already know. Like if we talked to one person, we'd be like, of course we know this. This is the truth. And then at the same time, we're like avoiding actually being in that feeling ourselves. So it's almost like we're saying things, but not quite feeling into them, if that makes sense. So let me know if any of these, always let me know if these things resonate or, hit you in the heart somewhere, or you think they're true for you in some way. So I'm just going to do a three card, pick a card today. So I'll show you the 3 piles in a moment. Awesome. One more. I don't know why the cards are feeling sticky for me today, but some days they're just like that, I guess. Okay, not so bad. So pile 1, we have the Beauty Way. Pile 2, we have the Circle. And pile 3, we have the Rainbow. Pick which one. Which one do you feel drawn to? Awesome. Should put these down the right way. And we'll start with pile number 1. Pile number 1 is the Beauty Way, which is really genuinely one of my favorite cards in this card deck. Also, excuse if I fuss with my bangs, I might do that because, when you cut your own hair and then you go, well, I could fix that, I could do that, I could do this. I'm just going to keep playing with it. All week, you're probably going to see me with random pieces of hair. I don't know, you might not notice, but all that to say, please ignore if I'm just, fiddling with my hair. So pile 1, I think what we're going to do here, so what I've done is it's the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck, it's the Goddess Guidance cards, and it's the Power Animal cards. So I think what I'm going to do is sort of skim messages from the books and just pick up on, so it'll just be a healing message, pick a card. Keep it vague, right? And allow the spirits to say what they need to us. I think that makes the most sense usually. Seems to take some of the guesswork out, because sometimes I'll go in thinking that it's going to be a certain way, like a reading, and then it kind of goes a different direction, or it doesn't really sound so much like healing. It's more like, here's what's going on for you, just so that we understand this is your current, your current situation. Okay, so the Beauty Way. There's a dragonfly on there as well, and so if you're someone who looks at dragonflies and see some sort of significance or importance with that, then there you go. The dragonfly is a symbol of transformation, so I am getting the feeling like you're still in the midst of a transformation. You're not like through to either side. It feels like you're betwixt. You're in between a transformation period here. So the Beauty Way is both a path that you travel on and a daily practice. The path is where you choose to perceive only beauty before you. So no matter what is around you, right, you're choosing to look at the beautiful parts of it. Now, this is not being naive, or I don't know, some people use the word optimistic and kind of have like a negative connotation to it, as if you don't really know, like as if you're being naive. But this is really about choosing. So the practice is where you take action to bring beauty to every situation you're in. So if you're looking around and certain things are ugly, figure out what's beautiful around them and also chase what is beautiful, like find what is beautiful to you and run towards that. So when things get ugly, you act to bring integrity and peace to the difficult encounter. When everyone else perceives only darkness, you point out the light and help uncover the hidden treasures. So I do feel this is your personality type generally, but you've been having a trouble with making this your own. So it's almost like, yeah, I'm really good at choosing to see the positive in things, but you might not be doing that with your own life. You might be doing that with other people's lives. And so people say that about you, but you're not really turning it inwards, is what it feels like. This also says, stop trying to fix relationships that you believe are broken. Recognize that everything is exactly as it needs to be in this moment and acknowledge the inherent beauty in that, right? When things are messy, allow it to be like a tragic, beautiful kind of mess and figure out your way to feel through it rather than complaining about it being wrong, right? Everything is happening at its right time. This is an easier way. This is a more beautiful way to look at things. Yes, so when you understand this, you will be able to bring about the change that you do want. Do not engage in gossip about the darkness and flaws of others. Be careful not to be seduced by the superficial beauty of a project or relationship you're toying with unless you're willing to pay a price for it later. So this is really just feeling like, don't keep things at the surface level. Dive in deep to where you are feeling things for real. And that's where you're going to be able to move forward. Now, healing message wise, it's very interesting. Okay, so I just was saying dive deep, and I didn't even read this card, the Swan Spirit. It says time for a deep dive. So I'm going to switch to the Spirit Animal Oracle. Also, swans to me are very much indicative of twin flame, of soulmates, of like romantic partnerships. I'm getting a lot of like head energy. You might be going through, I don't know if you've ever looked up like ascension symptoms or things like that, but it feels like you're going through a bit of an ascension. That's the transformation piece. Like you're accepting a lot of light in. So it's almost feeling like headachy and blurry, like blurry thoughts is what I'm hearing. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Okay. Yes, you may think you know what is best for you now, but take the plunge into the depths of your awareness. For there is knowledge you are not aware of and great treasures to discover. Now, this actually just cued me to one of the things that also has been really coming up collectively. And again, I don't always come on here and do a collective reading, but I'm always pretty much tuned into what's happening on a collective level. And what I mean by that is like the general amount of people who are around me, coming to me for work, et cetera, et cetera. Whoever would cross paths with this channel is sharing some similar experiences. And we all go through this together to help each other. It's a very cool thing. I honestly wouldn't believe it if I didn't do this work and saw it right in front of my eyes all the time. Because before, when I first started seeing it, I was like, but that has to be coincidence. Like, it has to be coincidence that 3 different people this week talked about the same theme of problem, and it happens to be something I'm experiencing on an inner level somewhere, right? You're like, well, how is that all happening at the same time? It's so wild. And you might find that with friends, that you just have all these synchronicities of like everyone, dealing with the same type of challenges, same themes. So one of the things that has been coming up is that you're missing information. And this has been coming up for a lot of people. Like, we need to listen and receive information because there's something that we're missing. In order to take our next step with our own soul growth, with our personal journey, we're going to need more information. We're going to have to listen to someone or something in order to expand that for us. And before that point, it doesn't really make sense to fret about it or to do anything about it because you don't know what's going to happen, because you don't know what that person is, or you don't know what that thing is that's going to be said to you. For some people, it's like receiving a dream or like an idea. And for some people, it's actually having a conversation. But if you don't know what the other person on the other side is going to say, then how can you work around that, right? So it's almost like your brain is spinning its wheels like in the mud. Yeah, it also says, okay, deeper understanding awaits you, and a perspective that comes from greater self-knowledge is what you need right now to understand a situation or relationship better. As you come to know yourself more intimately, so too will you come to better know others. So Swan Spirit is asking you to go beyond the surface of what's happening between you and others and resist the temptation to judge the superficial appearances. So this is to me just saying you need to stop judging what's happening around you as if it's a reflection of you. Whatever's happening around you right now is actually a reflection of your past energy. It's not a reflection of your current energy, if that makes sense. So it's like we're kind of on a little bit of like a backlog. So put in good effort now and trust that when you're not seeing it around you just yet, it is coming on its way. I'm getting really, really itchy also. And something collectively I've been feeling, these are not going to be short readings. I have so much to say. Nice try, Kate. So one of the things I've been feeling a lot lately is like these like rushes of like flush energy, of like really hot, intense energy. So maybe that you're having a hard time cooling yourself down, or another thing that's been going on is not feeling like you can take a whole breath, like feeling kind of stifled in your breathing. So just slow yourself down, practice some cooling breath. Like you can even, you know, curl your tongue. It's cool when you do it. And, you know, breathing that way will cool your body down. It's an Indian Ayurvedic technique. It's in yoga. So anyways, and then it also says, know that there is much deeper potential for loving connections, forgiveness, and mutual understanding. Choose to dive deep into your why, asking the deeper questions of yourself. You're led by the grace of Swan Spirit. So yeah, you are being told to dive deeper. And when you're at that level where you're like, I got there, now I really know why it is I want this. Okay, so let's say it's a new job. Why do you really want this? So that you can feel stable, so you can feel supported, so you can, you know, what have you, have savings again, whatever those things are, right? Well, what's beneath that? Why do you need that money, right? Because I want to be able to buy things for my loved ones and engage with like family, because you know, because you're looking to expand your work and to do more work, right? And you can't do more work unless you earn more for whatever reason, right? Okay, so that's deeper. Now, what's beneath that, right? Like keep shedding layers and seeing what's beneath it, and get to the place where you're not quite admitting that here's really what's underneath all of it. And I think with this group, it's feeling like it's almost like you don't believe that you could choose a beautiful way. You just think the world is harsh, so I've got to choose a harsh result at the end. At the end of it, it has to just be because things are the way they are. That's not true. It also feels, it feels like you've been putting your attention into multiple zones, and they're all trying to lead you back to this one thing that you really genuinely care about more than the rest. But that one thing that you genuinely care about more than the rest is actually, you're not putting attention towards it in integrity with yourself. And this has honestly been coming up from multiple people. So don't feel bad if this is happening to you. I'm hearing it from many people that it's like you're sort of dancing around this thing that actually is bothering you. And so if you have been looking for something to remind you that what lies on your heart is the most important thing, you know, then please take that from me right now. What lies on your heart? I'm like pointing, there's like an eye right here. I think that's really very fitting, right? Look here, look into your heart. So what is on your heart is clearly, this is going to be so distracting for me now. What is on your heart is the most important thing to you. So go deep, figure out, like take that deep dive, go deeper and deeper and deeper and see what is the truth at that. And could you act on just this? Like, could you just believe in that one piece happening, right? Some of these, I'm really getting this theme lately that there's someone thinking a lot about children, babies, like having a child, or like, I don't know. Let me know if that's resonating for you, because it's really feeling like that's part of this. So let me know if that's been coming up for you during this reading. Okay. Diana, focused intention. Here's your last card here, pile one. It says, keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. So that's exactly what I was saying here, is if you focus on what that core is, like what are you actually seeing deep in your heart? What is that core? accept what it is, first of all, because there is a part of you that's not quite accepting. Like, it's like, oh my gosh, it's not okay. Because it's just like, that's just like a really like dreamy, romantic, or like idealistic way of living your life. It's like, you can't just want to have true love, or you can't just want to, you know, I don't know, live in a cabin. I'm using like random things that I hear from friends and things, but um, so, you know, it can be just that simple. That can be your core desire right now. And actually, it's important for you to acknowledge that that is your core desire in order for the rest of the action to be able to fall into place. Okay. I'm going to see if there's anything under Diana here, because I've looked at the books for all the rest. How could I not with her? Oh, okay. Yeah. So it says avoid naysayers and skeptics, take control of your schedule, stay positive, know what your priorities are, take action on them. So very in line with the rest of this, right? But here's the part that's really interesting. So this is about Diana. So I actually don't usually read these, like just about the goddess in general. So this Roman moon goddess carries the silver bow and arrow given to her in childhood by her father, Jupiter. Because her mother bore Diana and her twin brother painlessly, Diana is associated with healthy childbirth. So please let me know if you're thinking about having a child, if you're thinking a lot about, you know, maybe you're currently pregnant or hoping to be. Diana loves to spend time out in nature and is particularly fond of oak trees and watching over wild animals. So she will help with a painless childbirth. Also, I would say a successful time with children. It's very important that you focus on those things that feel good to you right now. You know, you have one life, so which would you rather spend your time and energy on? And those loved ones around you that you're kind of concerning yourself with, it feels really like you're concerning yourself with a lot of people around you. Understand that they also want you to feel like you can live that way. Okay, like in their deepest heart of hearts, they'd actually want you to thrive and live the way you truly feel you need to at your heart, even if it's moving away, even if it's having a child, and you know, whatever those things are that you're concerned about or not admitting to yourself that you want. That is really what it feels like. It feels like you're not admitting to yourself what you truly want at the core, and it's affecting all the rest of the things happening around you. Once you get in at that core, you'll realize all these other, it's like petals just fall away and start opening and unfurling to show you that true essence back again. Okay, that was very exciting, Pile One. I really liked that. And you know, I'm really feeling for you. I'm getting a lot of that head buzziness and like density. It feels like denseness. But please trust that this is like a final layer you're clearing so that you can see forward into the future. Maybe you're already getting a lot of dreams or visions about like what you're meant to be seeing right now. Maybe you get a head massage or something. It just really feels like quite tense up there. So hopefully that's not me. Hopefully that's you guys and it'll shake off soon. I don't know. Okay, it was a pleasure reading for you. Again, I always post the link down below if you want to book a service with me. I would love to have you there. I would love to see you and work with you. And I have the Look Ahead into 2021 service coming up. So it is live now. You're welcome to book it. And the Look Ahead into 2021 is really fun because it's a month by month reading for your whole year. So let's figure out what's happening. Let's get excited about 2021 and really like feel into what's going to come for us from a growth perspective and also from a challenge perspective. Okay. So thank you so much. Now we're moving on to pile number 2. Pile number 2, the circle. Very cool. Really feeling like I need to clear some of the energy here. So I have these beautiful herbal bundles that my friend Emily of Yarrow and Yoga made. I'll link her down below. Actually, I'll link her Instagram. She's a lovely one of my friends. Just ran a little healing retreat recently online that gave me so much of what I needed. It was called Spend Time with Your Soul. And though, you know, it could seem like I do a lot of that, given that this is my work, this isn't my only work. So I really, really needed that downtime. It was so, so appreciated. And yeah, these smoke bundles just remind me of that time and taking space for myself. So 7 to you, 7 to me. Awesome. I'll keep that candle lit for a bit here. I've got rose quartz sitting here as well. I don't know why I feel like showing you all these things. Maybe you just like this kind of stuff, Pile, too. So maybe you're just like, I'm actually interested. Okay. Pile 2, we're doing a healing message. Going to do the circle first. I'm feeling like a lot of emotions, like not negative emotions. I'm just feeling like a ton of emotions. So many emotions, so many emotions. Yeah, it feels like I'm gonna cry. Like I feel like choked up, like I'm gonna cry, but I don't hate that feeling. And I feel light about it. Like it feels like a good kind of cry. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I wonder if this is happening in the collective. So please let me know if you're experiencing this. But I love feeling things, and it's wild how sometimes you can go without really feeling stuff for a while. And then at some point, you know, you do whatever the work is that sort of clears the way for that. And it almost feels like you can feel things instantly. So an experience that I had recently was like, you know, seeing a little video and then it just like instantly, you know, hitting into my heart. And it feels like I can just move the emotion through right away. And how much of a relief that is, because really the only pain, this is cool. Really the only pain that we experience is the stuff that's caught in us and the stuff that's stagnant in us, right? Like it's only stuff that hurts that stays that really is affecting us badly. Good emotions, we have an easier time releasing it because they're more palatable, right, to other people. Sometimes it's hard for us, though, even to feel and let a happy emotion or a positive emotion bubble out of us because we're so used to tempering all of our emotions. So for me, one of the most beautiful things is when I experience something that hurts and I feel it right away. Like an example of this, I was with my parents this summer, and they're watching the news, and it's something I have to be conscientious of how much I take in. Being a sensitive being who works with other sensitive beings, yeah, it requires me being judicious about how I input like content and material, when and where, and like not before I go to sleep, you know. Otherwise, my dream space is really real and harsh. So, anyways, I remember sitting downstairs and seeing something on the news that, you know, is such a typical news story. Whatever it was like a typical thing. Some bad thing happened that just needed to be announced so that the community is aware or something. And I felt it right away. And, you know, my parents are used to me being, you know, a feeling person, I guess. But it was almost like we chuckled at how sensitive I was, but I really was so thankful, because to be gone, to be absent from feeling is a much worse absent feeling, like void of feeling, right? Um, there's something really key about this. I'm interested to see now what the circle card is here. Okay. The circle reminds us we are all one, dancers in a unified, continuous, inclusive circle. This card reminds us of the cycles of life and the evolving self, ever changing, and always connected. Human, spirit, nature, the cosmos, all intrinsically connected. When the circle appears, it reminds you that you are connected to everything and everyone, including to spirit. Spirit's essence beats in your heart and inspires you to co-create your world, knowing that you count, that you have purpose in this world. Imagine even, guys, I'm like, I'm gonna get through it. We're gonna do it. Imagine even a smile to a stranger can change the course of a life. When the circle invites you to dance in the sacred steps of life, know that your work, your love, your service brings greater value than you will ever know. Stay the course, keep dancing, and all will be well. If you are faced with the challenge of loss or disappointment, remember this. In the circle of life, nothing is ever wasted. Love will seek itself again. Prosperity will come from a new idea or opportunity, and spirit always waits for you to find your place in the dance again. How beautiful is that? I almost just like want to sit here and cry for the rest of your reading and just like cry together, even though you're not here. This is like the most emotional I've probably felt like actually on camera. So thank you, Pile 2, because it's a good thing to share that. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll actually just break down. I don't think we'll do that. But okay. I feel like you get this. Pile 2, I feel like, oh, getting like this really searing headache here. Okay, I feel like you're getting this, or if you're not getting, you're this close to getting this, like understanding this concept of we're all connected, and it's really about dancing with life and enjoying your life and being in that place of love that draws things forward to you. I really do feel there's like a lot of withheld emotions. Okay, maybe some dancing would actually really help you. Like, that's a very good suggestion. That's one way to shake out emotions and energy. You know, I just feel so. I mean, again, I'm an emotionally sensitive person, so I'm feeling you. We're feeling each other. This is clearly, clearly what we're both experiencing, what we're both going through. Um, but just wow, like just to understand that you have a purpose in this world and that this feeling connected part of you and this, you know, to feel connected innately, not everybody clicks into that right away. You've obviously lived a life where you have innately understood how connected and one everything is, and so you've also felt things more deeply. Like, you would probably be the kind of child who, if you saw someone get hurt, you would feel like very, very upset about it. Like, how dare anyone treat anyone unkindly? Or, you step on a bug and you kind of like, you get upset about it, right? Like, there's something to you that is so, so deeply feeling, but it feels like you've also been hiding from some of those deeper feelings. Whew. And I also feel really dizzy. Like, you might have felt spaced out lately, and I'm not sure. Maybe that's because you're running away from yourself. Like, so you're just not feeling like yourself. And also, like, maybe you don't have space. It's like you don't feel like you have space to feel all the things or to think through things. And just forget about thinking through things. Just focus on feeling, okay? Focus on feeling. Forget about thinking. That's what it's sounding like. Dog spirit. It says, be loyal to what you love. So, I mean, that's the same theme here, right? Stand true to what you know. Love will seek itself again. Prosperity will come from a new idea, opportunity, and spirit always waits for you to find your place in the dance. Be loyal to your place in the oneness, right? Perhaps you've been tempted to act from a completely individualistic kind of manner, and that's not in accordance with you. So it's like felt incorrect. Oh, this is so nice. Okay, I love the dog. It's so cute. Okay. Okay. It says, you are loved now, and you can trust that this higher love is true. Spirit loves you, and love has arrived in many forms now, manifesting in the people you surround yourself with, expressed uniquely through them. Dog Spirit also says, be true to that which you love, for now is a time of good fortune. Be steady as you recognize that people and things are always transforming. Your heart is loving and true, and Dog Spirit wants you to know that your steadfast commitment to experiencing and expressing love will attract and manifest more love. You deserve all of it. And it says, have faith in Spirit's plan for you. So this really feels very, very connected. So all this connection that you're feeling and all this truth and like awareness of, really what you deserve and what you're running towards, whether it's a 10-10 on the clock, whether it's love or, new ideas, opportunities, again, whatever it is that's coming to you. This is really about staying committed to it. You might want to listen to pile one if you didn't. It could easily be a continuation pile. There's a lot of similar themes going on. I feel like sometimes the collective feels like there's multiple, like very different things, and sometimes it feels like we kind of sway together. It feels like one of those swaying together moments. We also have Mary Magdalene, and Mary Magdalene, I mean, when I look at this, it'll probably be my pile. Who knows? I never know when I do these readings which one's going to be mine, and I always wait a little bit to check it, so I'm not like judging and being like, I really want this one to be mine. Because I do that stuff too, you know, wanting it to be mine because I liked the way it sounded or whatever. So this is unconditional love. It says, love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. So this is really about trusting that if you're acting in accordance with love, like truly love, not anything else, get to love. Feels very, very focused for you right now. Mary Magdalene is showing you, Mary Magdalene's showing you that you can have this great unconditional higher depth of love, just like what the dog was saying, right? Be loyal to that unconditional love. Be loyal to the unconditional love inside yourself, which you know is a part of our innate experience as a human. This is a very deep group. Like you really do get what things are about. And it makes so much sense why I had to show you this rose quartz crystal now, because rose quartz is the crystal for unconditional love. I've been really vibing on it lately. So yeah, I'll just keep this in my hand for a little bit. You can take some of this energy. It's a great crystal. This is from the Yarrow and Yoga. And yeah, Desiree Love Reiki. It's from the Spend Time with Your Soul retreat that I was talking about in pile 1, pile 2. No, maybe I was talking about it in your pile. Okay, I'm going to read from Mary Magdalene. First of all, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You're here because you want the messages. I'm giving you messages. I don't need to apologize for that. I'm going to take it back. I don't take that, apology seriously here. Okay. Mary Magdalene would also like to communicate. Okay, would also like to communicate that it may look unconventional to choose unconditional. It may look unconventional to choose unconditional. So whatever that means to you, I'm gonna leave it. No, one more thing from her, sorry. Not sorry, wow. Take pride in the love that you have. Take pride in it. So the unconventional, unconditional can be unconventional. It feels like to me that's seeming like the unconditional love almost is feeling like nobody believes in it anymore. So then does it really exist? And it does exist. If it's in you, then it exists in you. So you might as well admit it sooner rather than later, right? So that's what it's feeling like to me. The unconditional can be unconventional. Okay. I'm going to read Mary Magdalene's message here. Hope you got enough rose quartz time, because I'm not going to hold that up the whole time. All right. I'm not what most people think, yet to defend myself would be to sink to a lower level than I feel comfortable with. I am one with the divine, just as you are. And isn't that not exactly what the circle is telling us? Okay. The lower levels of human bickering, judgment, and chaos are just that, lower levels. I choose to do my work from the level of higher consciousness where love reigns supreme. It's here where the most good can be done, and I urge you to do the same. I have a little thing over there that says, what is done in love is done well. And I'm really, really inspired by it. I think I'm hoping to keep that in my life for, a long time. It's not that big. What is done in love is done well, okay? Where you dwell in consciousness is where you truly dwell. So focus on what you'd like to focus your energy on. If you listen to pile 1, you'd know we talked about choosing the beauty way, choosing the beautiful way to look at things. It is easier and, more enjoyable. Focus your thoughts on the good things that you can find in people and rise above all appearances otherwise. And it says, heal the situation with love. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done. So let's do that together, and then we'll close out this reading, okay? So just going to transmit this energy of unconditional love to you, and understand that you are doing your best. You have always been trying to do your best. You know what unconditional love is, and you are doing what you can to recalibrate back to that place. Right now, you need to let go and forgive yourself for any resentments you are holding against yourself or against others or against circumstance, for keeping you from the unconditional love that you already know innately exists in the world and within you. Now that you are awake to this sense of fully embodied, expansive, mind-blowing, unconditional love, continue forgiving and releasing so that you can accept more and more in. There is no limit to how much love you can hold. No limit. Keep accepting, keep accepting. Okay. And be loyal to what you love. Like, it really feels like about standing true to your integrity and commitment to being a loving force in the world. And that is a bit unconventional, and it is a bit daring and courageous. But you know what? When you do it, more will come at you. More will come back to you. It will boomerang back because of what you send out returns. Okay. So focus on only love and what you want. Okay. Thank you very much, Pile 2. I will say the link to book services is down below, and I am really excited talking about this look ahead into 2021. So this is a 12-month like reading from January to December of 2021, and I'm gonna give you a breakdown of what is happening in your year, the different things your soul might go through, what you might experience, some themes that you might be carrying with you throughout the year. And additionally, you know, if you're trying to plot out projects or goals or things like that, it might give you an energetic glimpse of when might be ideal to do certain things. So I love doing long readings like that. It's super fun for me. You can book that down below. I have that in the description as well. So thank you very, very much. Take care, and I will see you soon. Okay, pile 3, the rainbow. This is feeling like a very different energy. Everything felt like it just kind of settled in on me, but I also feel like a lot of upper back pain, like a ton of upper back pain. Whew. Some of that's mine, so it's like, it's not all yours. You don't get to take credit for all that. I have some upper back pain happening now too, but some of it's also yours. I know it, because it intensifies very differently when it's someone else's. It's, you know, maybe hard to describe. Maybe you understand what I mean when I say that, but that is the thing about being a sensitive being. You take on other people's things. So some things that you could do would be heart opening exercises. Anything that really opens up your chest region will help with relieving some of that pressure on your upper back. Also some more movement. Like, it feels like feels like you need some shimmies, some like shoulder shrugs. Feels like you need some, you know, fluidity in your shoulders and upper back. The rainbow tells you that the end of the storm is near. Persevere and remember that it is darkest just before the dawn. Now, I am getting really flushed right now. That was not a ton of exercise, so I know it wasn't because of that. But I'm getting like a huge rush of heat and energy. Maybe you've been waking up to some of your own gifts or skills, sort of like trying to get away from calling it gifts, because I don't feel like they're just gracefully bestowed on us and only some of us get them. Like, you know, thinking a lot about gifts, I guess, because of Christmas in the near future, but it feels as though you might be aware that you're having some sort of deeper connection or skill with psychic something. Do not give up hope. Things are about to take a positive turn. It feels like you've been running for a very long time. Like, it feels like that's this overheating, like you're just exhausted, like you're running on fumes is what I'm hearing. Okay. Find the treasure now in the moment by coming into the right relationship with those around you. All your gifts are at hand, so obvious you may have missed them. Be true with your intentions and do not be led astray by daydreams. So this feels like a very, like a group that needs to really focus in. I actually feel like some of it you already kind of know you need to do this, you're just not doing it. So it's this is a really prevailing theme in the collective in general right now, is knowing what shift needs to happen, not quite admitting it on a deeper level, and then not really taking the action, but being really a lot more aware of it than we were in the past. So it's a good thing because you're more aware of things, but it's also a challenge because you're not acting in integrity with yourself. So yeah, very, very challenging there. This is Vesta home. I'm definitely going to read this card. There has been a common theme with people questioning their home life and their living situation. So if this is your pile, this is what you've been going through potentially. Your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in occupants. Hmm. Okay, I feel really it's like I'm actually having a hard time reading because I'm feeling really like spacey in the head. It feels like I'm not able to just sit and do something. So that may be frustrating for you. You know, you might feel like it's very hard to focus. I think you need to release the grip. Like, I think you need to release the control and release other people's voices. This is not about other people right now. It's really not about other people. Okay. There is an undying flame within your soul, and it's the light, seed, and spark of your consciousness. Your outer world reflects your inner world. Now, I was talking about this in group one as well. Um, Sometimes we're on a bit of a lag time, okay? So sometimes we shift our energy and what we see around us doesn't change like that. And we get upset. We think we're not doing the right work. And it's important that you stay consistent with what you believe to be true and your faith in things and your dreaming. It's like you have to be consistently dreaming and excited for things in order for them to arrive for you. Okay. It's asking you to reflect on whether your home represents warmth to you, whether it shows you warmth. It's very important that you cultivate warmth. That's your sense of safety in home. And with a lot of us this year, redefining home environments and also, you know, needing to revamp our home environments because we spend a different amount of time there. This is becoming of like pivotal importance to your growth, okay? This flame cleanses away negativity and brings in the new with vigor and irresistible invitation. So it says you're moving to a new home, you've just moved, a person's moving in, someone's moving out, you're moving in, you know, whatever it is. There's increased romance and or harmony in your home environment. A problem with neighbors might be resolving. Clear the space in your home, remodel, or know that your home is safe and protected. So Vesta will help you with overseeing changes that you need to make in your living situation. Wow, I feel very ill. Like I know that I'm not ill. So this is, you know, what I'm feeling is like you're needing to purge. Like there's something you need to just completely get out of your system. That's what it feels like. Something has to just leave your system entirely. It's like been in here too long. So whatever that is feeling like to you, whatever jumped into your mind, what do you need to purge? What do you just need to release? Then we have vulture spirit. I just was seeing some vultures today. I was just reflecting on, I saw a lot more vultures when I first moved here. And I was like, I haven't seen as many vultures now. Where are they at? I was concerned about them. So, whew, there's like a lot of fear. I'm feeling like a really, my eyes are watering. I feel like really like busy headed and panicked. I feel like panicked about what mm, panicked about what I know is going to come. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Like that's what I'm feeling. So hopefully you know what that means for you. So what seems hideous has its own beauty, and the recycling and repurposing the vulture does is as important as any other activity in nature that supports the cycle of life. So nothing is to be wasted, for nature sees value in everything that exists. So what seems rotten, ugly, has the potential to be transmuted into something beneficial, and I will add truly beautiful. Sometimes the messiest of situations are the things that turn out to be like wow, that gave me everything I needed in such an unexpected, awful way. Like I always say, rude delivery, nice lesson. Like, don't like the package, wish I could return it, but actually now that it's here, it's pretty good. Okay. The alchemy of transformation is a gift from spirit, so never disown what has embarrassed, disappointed, or shamed you. So, what you are ashamed of from the past, what you feel has died or is decaying or is gone or is wasted, is in fact reminding you how much you care about your time, right? If your time was wasted, if that's what you thought was wasted, if a relationship was wasted, if you're like, what did I do with that? I just tossed it away. Like that wasn't wasted energy. That was showing you how deeply you actually do want it, right? When it's time, time wasn't wasted, you know, you spent that time. That time was spent, okay? It was spent in murkiness. It was spent in awful delivery of, you know, life lessons, but it's spent teaching you things that are so beautiful once they're learned, right? Again, this is choosing to look at things a more optimistic or beautiful way. No pain was in vain and no experience was wasted, for you have the power to use it to co-create something far better. This is the miracle in your partnership with spirit. So this is so exciting. Can you see that I'm starting to lift this energy here? Like it really feels very exciting. So what you're noticing is all this stuff that was going on, all this junk, I'm going to say, all this junk that was around you. You're starting to see now this pendulum swing back, right? So you're getting the, oh, I really care about this being different. You're starting to dream again. I feel like you're starting to actually be excited for the opposites of what you've just had. Whatever you've just experienced, it feels like you're chasing the opposite, and that's exactly what you needed. You weren't chasing it before you had all this stuff go bad, you know. This has recalibrated you back to what you need, and now moving forward, keep your attention on I'm going to look at this rainbow card again. I'm feeling like there's something else hiding in there for us here. Keep your attention. Yeah, keep your attention on what is true. Okay. So it says, do not give up hope. Things are about to take a positive turn. We got that. Listen for the morning rooster that announces the coming of dawn, even while night is still darkest. So accept that the rooster is aware. Okay, this is cute. The rooster is aware that light is coming and heralds it before we even can, right? Nature knows and trusts that light is coming back. Animals don't panic every single night that it's getting dark. I mean, neither do we. But when we look at this in all the different ways that we experience darkness in our life, we do stress and panic about a lot of different things, right? Whatever it is that you're worried about with the dark, it's just encouraging you to accept and embrace and run towards and be unafraid, be unabashedly unafraid about what is light and what is good. Yeah, just try holding space for both. Be true with your intentions and do not be led astray by daydreams. So this is a time to stay focused on what you truly want at the core, at the heart of things. Okay, thank you very much, pile 3. This was your reading. I said I was going to keep things short, and I don't think I know how to do that. You know, I have too much to say, always. If you follow me on Instagram, you know recently I just had to post like 3 different posts because I just had one story that I wanted to share. But there was layers to it. There was details. There's backstory. Let me know in the comments if you're also like you need to say multiple things. You kind of need a long time to get your thoughts out potentially, or many words anyway. And pile 3, I will mention to you as well as I mentioned to the other groups. I just launched a look ahead into 2021 reading, so I'm going to hold those until about mid-January, and I'm really excited for them. They're a 12-month look at your whole year and what is going to be coming for you, and it's really just us sitting on a Zoom call and me doing, you know, a card pull for each of the months of the year and getting some overarching energies and, you know, really feeling out what you need to prep for and how your 2021 is going to go, because 2020 kind of sideswiped a lot of us. So let's not have that happen in 2021. And if you'd like to receive me for a reading, I would love to share that with you. you can book that down below. And otherwise, we will see you soon. So take care. Enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are. Okay, bye.